All right. Could you please tell me your name and could you please spell it out for me?
Yes, my name is Emanuel Powell III. It's Emanuel Powell.
All right, Emmanuel. Can you tell me why are we here today?
Yeah, we're here in honor of families who've lost their loved ones to police violence. Specifically, I'm here because of my cousin, Ronnie Lee Shorter.
Could you spell his name out for me, please?
Yes, it's RonnieLeeshorter.
All right, perfect. And can you tell me a little bit about what happened to Ronnie?
Yeah, so Ronnie, January 21st, 2017, he was home in Greenville, Mississippi, where we're from. He was on the phone with his mom, Flora Shorter, when he heard something outside. He told his mom he heard something. He was going to go see what was going on. His mom remembers saying, wait, hold on, but he hung up the phone. When he got outside, there were 5 officers with the Greenville, Mississippi Police Department. Those 5 officers, we're told, were responding to calls about shots being fired in the neighborhood. So they showed up to his house, and what we know is that they shot him from the, effectively, front of his door, shot him as he ran away. He died on the street, face down, primarily a shot to the back of the head. And ever since then, it's really been a fight for my folks to try to understand what happened to him, try to get information, records, reports about what happened. But yeah, he was a... Sorry.
Go ahead.
But yeah, he was just a big family man. So he was my cousin. But in my family, cousins are just like uncles and aunts. And so he just loved his kids, loved his mom. That's, he was on the phone with her kind of every night. So it was just a real big shock to us when this happened.
Do you know the name of the officers?
Yeah, I can pull it up. So it's Daryl Saxton, Stephen Torrey, Julian Phillips, James Evans, and Tabari Thomas. Those are the 5 officers who killed Ronnie.
All right, and I'm guessing right now you're looking for justice and justice in his name. What is the case so far right now? Where is the case pending? Is it ongoing, or?
Yeah, so just things that happened after Ronnie got killed. Unfortunately, his mom and children, they met up with a lawyer who lied to them, told them that he was going to file a civil case on their behalf. He never did. They found out effectively after it happened that the district attorney in that area had brought a panel to grand jury to hear the case. But they had used, to our knowledge, the investigation from the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, which is just biased. Didn't have, a real thorough independent investigation. The grand jury did not indict the officers. The family found out about that after it happened. In terms of the case, the family couldn't find a lawyer. So 3 years later, the lawyer who had said that he was going to litigate on their behalf, he hadn't done anything. So the family had to file a case pro se by themselves in federal court in northern Mississippi. So they were litigating the case by themselves, and we were calling lawyer after lawyer after lawyer who repeatedly rejected us. Until eventually we were able to get lawyers here in DC, actually, at Howard Law Civil Rights Clinic. So they're currently litigating the case. It's been a long time with the family trying to do it by themselves, Ronnie's mom and son, but now we're just waiting to see what the court does.
What is one way that we could honor Ronnie? What can we do to honor him?
I think one thing to do is to really call for some changes in terms of that night. The fact that police showed up for what was largely a noise disturbance, I think really reaching out. We're in a small town. There's no like activists in rural Mississippi, so being able to like support the family with pushing for those types of changes. On our website, justiceforronnieshorter.com, we also drafted a bill to make it easier for families to get records. We're calling it Ronnie's Law. Would love for people to support that effort so that we can get law passed so it won't be how we dealt with it, where it was so challenging to get records, to just see what happened to him, get the 911 tapes, get the autopsy reports. We wrote this law because we wanted that to get passed so other families in Mississippi wouldn't have to deal with it. So those are the things. I think the last thing is really just to reopen his case so that there's a real independent investigation of his killing, and we can get some justice in that way as well.
Okay. Are there any last comments that you would like to leave us off with? Maybe on Ronnie, something about Ronnie, his personality, type of character?
Yeah, Ronnie was the funniest person I've ever known. He was a jokester. He played football in high school. Like I said, just a big family man. The things I remember most about him is that he could make a joke about anyone and anything. So I miss that a lot. And to add, if there was anything else, I would say I hope everyone is actually still laughing, still smiling, still getting some joy, because that's what I remember most about him and why my family were still fighting today.
All right, Emanuel. Well, that would conclude the interview for
Awesome.
today, okay?
Thank you.